All right, all right, all right. We are looking at a 2015 QX80 in my favorite color. That dark blue looks really good on these trucks. Almost looks black. Ooh, got some bumper damage. Minor. I'll tell you, they updated these trucks in 2018 with a new front end. It's got a much better looking headlight assembly. But these are a really nice truck. This one's leather loaded. I think all of these are leather loaded. This has a heating steering wheel, maybe? Nope, don't see that. Nope, yep, it does have a heated steering wheel, heated seats, probably air conditioned seats. Ooh, rattle. What was that? Startup rattle flare. Not too bad. It's got some body scuffs. Door weather strip needs put back in place. Oof. That thing needs brakes. Infiniti QX80, missing our cover. Battery's dead. Back seat looks nice. Some scuffs and paint damage. A lot of paint damage on this car. Oh, somebody caught their door into it there. Well, let's see what's wrong with this little girl. It's complete. It didn't come to me disassembled. So the story on this one is a fella from Florida saw some of our videos and he decided to send this thing to us. He found it at COPART Auction in Cleveland, and he had it shipped to us after winning the auction. And the tow driver dumped it right in the middle of the lot. What's funny is those two parking spots there were completely empty this morning, and he just dumped it right there. So whatever. I'll grab my jump pack. We'll see if this thing makes any noises when we fire it up. It shows it's got voltage. So this tells me I've got battery voltage, but I don't have any power in the car. Oh, well, that's loose. That's part of our problem, probably. Let's get these battery cables installed and cleaned and correct. That fuse is blown, so we need to get a fuse for it. And let's move forward from there. Alright, so we got our jerry-rigged positive cable set up. Let's see if she'll start. That's not good. Sounds like it's skipping a cylinder. I think my box is dead. I'm gonna have to probably get a new one of these. This one's been pretty good. We've used it for like 3 years, but it's been used a lot. Now let's get it on the charger for a spell. We'll see if we can get it to fire up. Might just need to put a battery in it. We shall see.
Doesn't sound particularly heavy.
Well, it's got two problems. It's cranking slow, and it's got a skip, which means it's got a hole that's not compressing. Nice to know my butt's attractive. Right?
Strike that pose.
Strike the pose.
This one's not going to be an easy win.
I may try a new battery just to see if my battery's junk. It's got 160K on it. It's got 153 on it, so.
Timing chains have been done?
Well, it's completely dead. It's not going to have any codes in it. This fusible link's blown up. I'll have one here on Monday. It cranks really slow. I'm concerned that that's an oiling problem. I mean, it could be a bad battery, it could be a bad starter. I'll stick a battery in it to eliminate that as a possibility. If that speeds up the cranking, then that it may, because it's not cranking fast enough to fire. So,
does it even have RPM signal showing up on the dash?
It doesn't have oil pressure showing up on the dash when I'm cranking it, but the gauges don't read until it fires.
It's an idiot light, probably. Yes or no?
These have both. They have a low oil pressure light and they have a low oil pressure gauge. They're both run off of the same 3-wire sensor, and they go bad pretty often. Because I had that white one, it failed on me right after I got done doing the job, which I thought was awkward, but. Now I just put an oil pressure sensor in them when I do them from Infiniti, because it's not worth me having that headache, or the customer having that headache right after I do a whole bunch of work there.
Will it at least go into neutral so we can get it out of the middle of the parking lot?
Well, I guess we could push it with the front bumpers. The front bumper's already crushed, so I'm not too worried about breaking it more.
It would be nice to not.
It would be nice to not have it in the center of our parking lot.
It's a good thing I had to move that Chevelle last night, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to leave.
Well, we're going to try a new Interstate MT27 in this Infiniti because we're trying to get our cranking speed up. Best case scenario, the battery's huffed. Second best scenario is the battery's huffed and the starter's causing, it's a bad starter causing high load. Worst case scenario is this thing's going to need an engine because there's bearing damage, but we can figure that out pretty quickly. Let me get this battery hooked up. I did get a new fusible link, because you can see right there that fusible link is popped, so that'll solve our battery problem. Looks like it's just the one. So let me get this put together. We'll see how she cranks over. So got our new battery installed with our new fusible link, cleaned up all our terminals. Let's see if we have an improvement in cranking RPM. Oh goodness. No key. can hear it skipping a cylinder. Cranking speed's better. Just thinking about it. No luck. That oil light staying on's got me concerned. Ooh, didn't like that. Hey, I got oil pressure. Look at that. Well, I got oil pressure, that's a plus. Got something else going on. Let's see if we can pull any codes out of this. I doubt it will have any, but it might. No key. My battery, my battery in my remote's no good. So I gave it a touch of starting fluid, and it's still not firing. We have bigger issues. Let's pull a coil out and check for spark. Yeah, I decided I got no spark, and I've got a plug out, so I figured that's not good. So the plot thickens here with this car, because I was looking down here and I realized the belt's off. Ooh. And it's snapped. Oh no, maybe that looks cut. Why is it cut? Maybe somebody was trying to diagnose why it was cranking hard. Well, I think the general consensus is that that belt was cut while it was being diagnosed by the last shop. So sometimes guys will cut the belt to verify there's not a seized up pulley causing the engine to crank slow. This engine does crank slow compared to what I'm used to hearing. And the compression test verified we have low compression. We don't have any coolant in the, we have some in the bottom of the reservoir, which means we might still have coolant in there. I don't know, I should probably drain it out, but 153,000 mile truck. The general consensus is it's going to need an engine. And these cylinder heads, if they're starved for oil in any way, the camshafts ride on the cylinder heads. So there's really no fixing them. The oil doesn't look bad as far as the oil that's in it. It's not horrible. Seen worse. But we also don't have any spark, which is odd. I am showing cranking RPM. So I kind of want to know why I don't have any spark, but that may be part of the key fob being dead or dead-ish. So we'll probably put new batteries in it as well if the customer chooses to go forward. I am going to go ahead and pull the intake and the high pressure fuel pump out to inspect it for damage, because that'll tell us a little bit more. So we'll get around to that probably tomorrow, because I have a whole bunch of other stuff I got to get done today. And this one is not in a, this fella's not in a huge rush. This is kind of a side project, but it's looking like the engine has left the chat and it is no longer willing to do its work. Sad but true, but that's probably why it was at the auction. Well, this one doesn't have a happy ending, guys. Unfortunately, this one needs an engine replacement due to low compression, and we're not going to spend any more time working on this one to figure out the no spark issue, because the customer is choosing to haul this one home, and he's going to use it for parts to fix up his other one of these that he has. He was hoping, buying this at COPART, that we would be able to fix it and then he would enjoy this one, but he's going to choose to use it for parts for his other one, and that's okay. Sometimes that's what happens. So that's it with this one. Well, we got about 3 more coming our way, so we'll have plenty of more QX80 content for you. If you like that kind of thing, we will continue to do it, because, you know, expensive cars need love too. Maintenance, oil changes, very important. This one looks like it probably had a cooling fan issue maybe, but we're not going to know the answer to that story. At any rate, thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe, leave us a comment below. Tell me what you think of these QX80s. They got a facelift in 2018, and they actually have a better looking nose, at least I think. The 11 to 17s have this style front nose, 22-inch rims. Those tires are expensive when you got to replace them. Anyway, on to the next thing. Thanks for watching. Click like, subscribe, leave us a comment below.